All right, guys, I got out here super late, so I got to hurry up and get this set up. I come out late, so I'm going to set up a tent. Not going to build a natural shelter. Also brought my bag of gear. Brought my sleeping bag. I don't always primitive camp. Sometimes I just like to get out and listen to the crickets and all the nature and stuff. So let me get this done. I don't have any daylight left. I got to get this done, get a fire started, gather some wood, find some wood. So stick with me. I'll keep it rolling. I'll just speed everything up and set this up real fast. All right, I got the tent set up. Do a little tweaking here and there. I got to fix that back end a little bit, but before it gets dark, I need to scrounge up some firewood. So I'll probably shut the camera off, grab some firewood. I want my fire to be out here out front. Then we're gonna sit down, and I've got a few campfire stories that I'm gonna tell. I've got a new microphone, so hopefully it's picking up better audio. I noticed my previous videos and stuff was lacking in the audio department, so hopefully this does a different, little better. But all right, guys, let me get some firewood gathered up. All right, it's dark enough. I'm not gonna play around with bow drills and fire starters or none of that. I'm just gonna use my big lighter. But I do have to find some tinder to catch here. Well, we might have it going if we're lucky. It might stay going. Everything is super damp. All right, guys, I think it's going pretty good now. Starting to. We'll just keep babying it and get us a little fire going. Get some coals going at least. Let me grab a light. I don't think that fire is going to put off enough light to see anything. I got this light. A couple of kids sent me this light. Some subscribers. I'll set it down here. Maybe that'll light stuff up a little bit, maybe. I don't know. Alright, I think that'll work. I'm opening me up a cold beer, guys. About story time. It's been years ago. Oh, a story. Me and my cousin. We had another guy with us. I can't remember who it was. I won't say any names. We was all in town, and of course we was drinking. This has been years ago. I was young. We used to be pretty wild. Well, my cousin had a van, and we had some girls with us, you know, doing the normal run around town thing, you know. Well, we was at another guy's house. Can't remember why we went by there, but I stayed in the van with the girls, you know. And he was in a garageway. Him and the other guy that was with us was in a garageway, in a doorway of a garage, talking to this guy, you know, this guy's house. Well, I don't know if they got into it or what was going on. There was something going on. But one of the girls said he's got a knife. And I looked out the window, and this dude's got a big knife. I mean, massive knife. I used to love to fight. I don't do it much anymore. I don't care to fight. I'd rather be camping than fighting. But anyways, I looked out the window, and you know, this dude, he's got a knife standing right there in front of my cousin and this other guy. Well, I grabbed a tire iron out of the van and come running around the front of the van, and I was afraid I couldn't get up there fast enough. We was a little ways away, so I just took that tire iron and I chucked it as hard as I could. I mean, threw it right at this dude's head. It totally missed his head, luckily. Man, you know, it would have been a bad deal if it would have actually hit him. Missed his head, hit the garage, boom. By the time I released it, I went ahead and took off in a full run and got up there. Well, he didn't drop the knife. He still had the knife, but he had turned around and he was running back towards the house, or in the garage, to the garage door to get in the house. And he was yelling gun. He said he's gonna get his gun, he's gonna shoot us all. And I was thinking, son of a gun, you know, this guy's gonna shoot us all. There's nothing we can do. We can't get, the van's too far away. We can't get back before he can come back with a gun. So I grabbed this broom that was sitting there, and I was gonna just beat the crap out of this guy with this broom. Well, he was running at the same time, you know. So I reached back and I grabbed this broom, and I was gonna gig this guy right in the back with this broom. I mean, just poke him right in the damn back and hopefully knock him down. Man, I speared back and I went to throw that broom, and it's a damn T-handle broom, right? Shop broom. Man, this left side of that damn broom caught me in the back of the head. Just smacked me right in the back of the head, and I was like, what the hell, man? I thought somebody hit me from behind. Oh, it rung my bell, you know. I was like, holy crap, I've never been hit that hard. Took me a little bit. I was like, well, son of a gun, I smacked myself with a broom. Threw it down. We got to the van. This guy's dad come out. Like I say, we were all young. We were kids, you know. But this guy's dad come out, you know, and run us all off, run him back in the house. Oh, it was a crazy experience. Not very many people can say they smacked themselves in the back of the head with a shop broom. We used to be wild as hell. I mean, we would run town and just always fighting and raising havoc. Oh, I'm glad I calmed down and learned that that's not life. Hanging out at the bars, running the clubs and all that stuff. Send me out here in the woods. I'm not for all that stuff. Glad I changed my ways for sure. It's definitely nice out. Yeah, I got another story. We picked up this same cousin I was running with, and another buddy. We was in a little Chevy Cavalier. It's probably a late 80s, early 90s model Cavalier, maybe mid 80s. Anyways, we was all in this Cavalier, little Chevy Cavalier, and we picked up a hitchhiker in town. He's quite a bit older than us, you know. We was kids, so he was a lot older than us, but easy way to get alcohol bought for you, you know. And You know, he had a leather jacket on, and well, anyways, he got in the car. My gosh, this guy smelled so bad. He stunk. Well, we called him Stinky for the whole time, you know. He didn't mind. He was like, hey, you care if we call you Stinky? Because you stink. He didn't give a crap. All of us drinking, you know. We riding around all night, you know, cruising. Well, this guy, I can't remember exactly what happened to him or where he went, but he ended up leaving his jacket in the back of the car. Had a Guns N' Roses cassette tape in it. So we was all listening to this Guns N' Roses, you know. Of course, we already knew what Guns N' Roses was. We already listened to Guns N' Roses, but we got the cops after us. Had police cars after us. I can't remember if he was still in the back seat at this time or not. I know me and my cousin and my buddy was still in the car, but I can't remember what we done with Stinky. He might have been in the car still. But anyways, we was out running the cops in this little Chevy Cavalier down back roads, you know, way out in the country. Well, we'd lost the cops. We didn't see the lights anymore. And, man, we shot through. We come to a dead-end road. We shot through the dead-end road, through a bunch of barbed wire fences, way down into some field somewhere. Got her all down in there, shut it off, shut the lights down, shut it down, you know. All of us got out of the car, sit there and listening. No cops. Never heard cops. So we finally got it all, you know, set up and fired back up, back in the car, got out of there. Finally got back on the road, and we made it back to the house, and we still had this Stinky guy's leather jacket and his Guns N' Roses cassette tape. I don't know whatever happened to all that stuff. Never seen that guy again. Don't know where he come from. Don't know where he was headed. But he sure got to hang out with us for a night and do some crazy outrunning the cops and over drinking alcohol. It was a wild time. But the cops didn't catch us. We got away. We didn't get caught very often. Knock on wood. Of course, I don't do that stuff anymore, so I ain't got to worry about all that. That and all that, you know, this has been 25, 30 years ago. I don't think there's much gonna happen of it now. Oh, glad I changed my ways, though, that's for sure. That was crazy. Fun, memorable. I'll always remember it, never forget it. That's what it's all about, though, is making them memories. Well, that's all we've got is memories. I'll have to gather me up a little bit more wood here before too long. I found a neat little pile over here, probably 25 yards away, so. Man, it is just so nice out here. Quiet. That's why I like going to the woods to camp instead of a campground. You don't have, you know, the kids crying next door. Well, the drunk guys wanting to fight. So a lot of you know I've had some changes going on, you know, some things that I'm chasing, and all that seems to be going pretty good. Doing good on that. Can't let out too much info, but I got my passport. I'm ready. So just kind of waiting for everything to fall into place. But so far, so good on all that. Some of you know what I'm talking about, some of you don't. The new subscribers probably have no clue, but if you've been on my Facebook page or my personal Facebook, you'll know what's going on with all that. I've signed a contract, can't talk, much about what's going on there, but I am ready. I'm at my peak for that game, so hopefully this new microphone picks up better. I don't know. You guys let me know below in the comments how this microphone sounds. It's a Purple Panda is the one that I'm using right now. So hopefully it works out pretty good. Also, the tent that I'm using is a cheap Walmart Ozark Trails tent. Every time I make a video, people ask about the gear. We live in a gear generated era right now. Everybody wants to know what gear and this and that. So it's just an Ozark Trails tent. Nothing special, nothing expensive. I don't get into the gear world. I don't spend $600 on a tent. I don't spend $500 on a knife. I'm an average Joe guy. I'm not gonna go out and spend crazy money for equipment when I know how to use, a cheap knife to do the same thing. I can do the same thing with a cheap knife. And then you have the guys say, oh, well, the more expensive knives stay sharper longer. I know how to sharpen a knife, man. If my knife goes dull, I'm going to sharpen it, and I'm going to keep using it. I'm going to keep working with it. Sure, there's better metals. There's good metal and there's crap metal. But, you guys, a lot of guys down people for not having the top high dollar, equipment. Man, some people can't afford that stuff. And some people, are smart enough not to spend that money for that stuff. I'm not spending $250 for an axe. It's just not gonna happen. I'm not doing it. If somebody sent me one, would I use it? Hell yeah. Same way with the knife, tent, hammock, any equipment, I use what I can afford to use. I don't, and then I don't down the guy that can, buy a $250 axe. Heck no, that's awesome. Good job. Just don't down the next guy because he can't use that axe. Same way with the tents and any gear, Same way with the fishing world. I'm big in the fishing world, catfishing world too. It's the same thing there, man. You always see people downing people because of their gear. And it's just horrible, It's just not right. Gear-driven world is what we're in right now. Name brands and gear. That's one reason that got me aggravated, and I put all my gear down. I was like, heck with gear. Why do I need all this gear when I can go out in the woods and I can do everything without all that fancy gear? And that's what I done. I dropped the gear. This is my first time going out with gear in a long time. Don't get me wrong, gear's nice. Heck yeah. I don't care if it's cheap gear or expensive gear. When you start going out without gear, you'll find out cheap gear is awesome. It's nice to have. I don't know if this new microphone picks up all the crickets and frogs. It might pick them up. Hopefully it does. That's pretty cool. There's a pond about about 50 yards this away, west, that's west there, about 50 yards west of here is a pond, and there's a bunch of frogs in it. And then back south here, there's nothing but deep timber. So hopefully we'll hear some coyotes. I was thinking we'd come out here and hear some coyotes. I love the sound of coyotes howling. This would probably be my first YouTube video of solo camping. So I've watched a few other guys do it, you know, and I'm obviously not gonna, you know, they tend to want to show you how to do different things and all that. I'm not gonna copycat or nothing like that. I'm just here camping, doing my own thing, telling some stories, talking. I'll probably, when I get up in the morning, come out and I'll fry some breakfast up. I brought some sausage and some eggs and some coffee. I like my coffee in the mornings. Although I have dropped off on my caffeine, I have stopped most of my caffeine. Soda, I completely quit, dropped it. I was drinking 2 to 3 2-liters of Dr. Pepper a day, and it was bad. When I started coming off of it, I had headaches that just, oh gosh, the headaches were horrible. But I'm past that, feel a lot better, feel good. I still have my coffee in the mornings, but you know, no big deal on that. Also, I've been eating a lot of garlic and onion, tons of it. You'll see a video here before too long. I've got it in the editor. It's me throwing a cast net, or showing how I throw a cast net. And I've got ticks, just ticks everywhere, covering me. They'll never bite me. Them ticks will crawl all over me, but they do not bite me. If they do bite me, they do not dig in. They'll release and get off of me. It's because I've ate so much of that garlic and onion, and I keep it in my diet. I keep it going. So, and that's all part of what I've been working on. The passport and this and that, and doing some different things. I've totally changed my diet. Here before too long, I'll start putting on weight. I need to put on at least, for my calculations, I'd say 25 to 30 pounds of fat is what I need to put on. A fat reserve, you know, just in case. You just never know on them situations what you're going to run into and what you're going to need. So that's my strategy. Had another run-in with YouTube the other day. They cut my dang monetization on. They won't leave it off. I have to, you know, and it's usually on a few days before I catch it. But they won't leave my monetization off. And I've told them I don't want to monetize my channel. I used to have it monetized. And after I went past 1,000 subscribers and all that mumbo jumbo, you know, I turned it on. And what you make off of that, you know, it's not a whole lot. And man, in video, I don't know about you guys, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch all different kinds of stuff. It is frustrating running into them dang ads every time you turn around. And especially if somebody puts up a video that's like, say 30 minutes, they'll manually put in them ads just all down it. You'll see them little yellow dots. I click off of it. I don't even watch the video, because if I see all them little, you know, yellow dots, I know that they've implanted or impregnated that video with so many ads. I'm out of there. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shut mine off. And at this time, I was about, I'd say 1,100 subscribers. So I was like, I'm shutting it off. Shutting my ads off. Maybe it'll help gain subscribers. And at a future date, I can turn it back on. I don't plan on leaving it off all the time, because camera gear is expensive. Audio gear, lighting, camping gear, all this stuff is, you know, it costs money. But I just wanted a bigger subscriber. Camera shut off. The camera shut off while I was talking. And I'm not sure where, because I've done a lot of talking. Got the fire going. I think I'm fixing to go in and set up the sleeping bag and arrange the tent. The wind has picked up quite a bit. I don't think we're supposed to get any rain, but I'm going to keep that rain fly in there handy, you know, in case I do have to put it up. Transfer it over to the Snapple Kiwi Strawberry. They're pretty good. That beer was nice and cold too. I only drink 1 or 2 beers when I'm alone. Don't drink much. 1 or 2 beers and I'm good. Now if I got my buddies and we're around a bonfire, it's a different story. I can throw down some beer then, boys. Oh, I like to get to drinking and get a little rowdy. But nah, not by myself. 1 or 2 does me fine. Kind of helps me sleep a little if I drink 1 or 2 while I'm camping. Yep, it's getting close to about that time. We're gonna cut into the tent and start getting it set up in there. Getting pretty late. I don't know what time it is, but definitely getting pretty late. So let's go inside the tent and set it up real quick. All right, guys, I rewatched some of my video and noticed a bad buzzing noise. It was horrible in the audio. I got to messing around. Of course, I'm using this new microphone setup, and thought maybe it was that, but I got to looking, got to tinkering around, and it's the damn, when I hook my external battery pack up to my camera, it makes that buzzing noise. So I've got it unhooked now. Shouldn't be buzzing. Go ahead and show you the sleeping bag. This thing is big and roomy. It's a mummy style. It's got the little hat, and it's got these weird hand holes that come out the front, and then it's got these, you know, it's got the mole system all on the front of it, both sides. So I really don't know what kind of sleeping bag. It says tactical performance, but I've never seen a sleeping pack like this. I like it. It's awesome. Really comfortable, roomy. My sides got all kinds of room in here. My feet don't hit the bottom. I've actually got a lot of room down there. I've used this for cold weather camping, but I can't find a rating on it. I don't know what it's rated at. It feels pretty thin, so I'm thinking it's more of a summer, you know, more of a warm weather bag. But I've used it for cold weather and it done fine. The frogs and stuff have really gotten quiet. I noticed the wind died down a little. It kind of picks up and then it dies down. I've still got the rain fly and all that stuff sitting next to the door, just in case if I have to hurry up and get out there and put it up. But I don't want to put it on right now because, of course, the camera can't pick it up, but the top of this tent's all screen. And I can sit here and look at the stars that are all over in the sky. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Haven't heard any coyotes yet. I've been listening, but nothing, which is surprising because the area that I'm in, usually there's a lot of coyotes here. I've got to the south of me is nothing but deep timber. And to the east of me is deep timber. The north of me here is all open hayfield. And to the west is open hayfield, but it's got ponds over this way. About 50 yards is the closest pond to me, and then there's several others past that. But I'm on the back south side. Oh, I just seen a shooting star. I'm on the back south side of a very large hayfield, up against timber. I was gonna set up in the timber, but my gosh, it's so thick. It's so thick you can't get in there. That, and being that I'm on the south side of this hayfield, I'm getting a good breeze, which kind of makes it cool. I heard some frogs. Heard a few frogs, but yeah, they're nothing like they were earlier. Earlier, them frogs were going crazy. They've quieted it down quite a bit. Still got my fire going out there. I put a few pieces of wood on it. Hopefully we got some coals in the morning. That way I can make my coffee and fry my sausage, but get all that done, then I want to pack everything up and head home. But still, I'm sitting here listening, waiting for coyotes. I'd figure being on the edge of this field, you'd think them coyotes would run the edge of this field. Which if they do, I'm right on their, I'd be right on their trail, because I am right on the edge of the field. Ooh. Goodness. Getting tired. It's been a long day. Got the yard work done. Done a little barbecue. My daughter cut my hair for me. Done a bunch of stuff around the house, tinkered around, and got some honeydews done. And then at the spur of the moment decided I'm heading out and going camping. So here I am. Enjoying it, nice and quiet. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna shut the camera off and probably close my eyes for a little bit. Maybe lay here and listen to some of the nature. And I'll kick the camera back on. If anything catches on fire or blows up or anything like that, I'll cut the camera back on. Or if we can get some coyotes come through. But so far, nothing. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. Like I say, if something happens, I'll kick the camera on. If not, it won't be until the morning when I'm doing my sausage and coffee. Ooh. Morning, sunshine. Ooh. I slept good. I actually slept in. I didn't set an alarm. Oh, it's breakfast time. Oh. No coyotes, or if there was, I didn't wake up. I was out. I was snoozing. Oh, forgot I didn't kick on the camera last night when I aired up my little pillow. Bigfoot. They use these in semi-trucks and packing boxes. Weighs nothing. I can let the air out of it, fold it down, put it in my pack. You can adjust it up and down to however you want the pressure on it and stuff. It's pretty cool. It works good. Kept my head off the ground. But alright guys, let's get up. I gotta go get some breakfast and some coffee. I'm out of here. Oh goodness. Alright, we had some coals left. I put the rest of my wood that I gathered up, put it on there. It's time for breakfast and coffee, guys. I pre-mix I like sugar and creamer in my coffee, so I pre-mix everything in here. First things first, we get coffee going. Nephew got me this. It's got tongs, they extend out. Got a spatula, bottle opener, scraper, all that stuff. A little fork, and then the spatula's got a knife on it. Pretty neat. We're gonna use it this morning. Go ahead and have a little bit of water while that coffee's brewing. Old U.S. military canteen. Pretty cool. Got my onions here on top. Like I say, my diet has a lot of onion in it right now. I've also got some onions inside of here for the sausage. Coffee's percolating pretty good. I think it's time to start the sausage. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm really surprised we didn't hear coyotes last night. I'm kind of disappointed. Still a nice day though. Sun come up, it'll be hot. That's why I'm ready to get my breakfast, get it ate, get camp tore down, and head home. It'll be super hot today. Man, that smells good. Smells really good. Ooh, I almost messed up. I think the coffee should be about done. We'll check it here. It's still a little weak. Oh, it's chow time. Man, for being June, it's kind of chilly. But it won't be after that sun comes up. All right, guys. I don't know why my camera keeps shutting off. I don't know what all I've talked and missed on the camera, but I'll have to figure out why it's shutting off. Maybe out of memory or something, but got my breakfast done. I think I'm gonna start packing up camp. Probably pack all my tent and stuff up, have me another cup of coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that pull that pot off of there. Drink my coffee, unpack all this down real quick, probably drink another cup of coffee and head home. Get me a shower, get this smoke and camp smell off of me, and get my day started. It's probably about 7:20 or so now, so I'll get home and get some things done around the house, get all my camp gear cleaned up, I broke 2 eggs in my backpack, so I have to unload everything out of my backpack, all my gear, and clean all that. It's gonna be fun. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, the subscribers, all that stuff means a lot. And I'm gonna pack up. I'm out of here. Pack up first, and then I'll sit down, drink me some coffee and stuff. But you guys remember, it's not what you spend or how much you spend, it's about the memories you make. Pow!